Welcome back to the Trass Podcast. Hey, we've been gone for a while, but hey, it's okay, man. We're back. Maybe. We're not making any promises because when you make promises, you let people down. So we're just going to say we might start doing it again. We hope that we can keep on a track on doing it and make some more shit for you guys, but maybe not.
I mean, he said it best. I mean, it seems like every time we turn around, you know, we're doing updates.
It's always a fucking update.
It's always like, that's all you get out of us, man, is updates, man. Always.
Why is it an update? Huh?
Why we giving them updates?
Update because
what are we updating people on even? Like, oh, wow, our life sucks. Oh, your life sucks, so does ours. You want to hear about how,
do you think they really care
my
about
life
an update?
Yeah, do you think we really want to hear?
some people call it a sabbatical. Some people call it just a break.
I call it
fucking
an eviction
life.
from
Some
YouTube
people call it a
for quite
hiatus.
minute.
Some
people call it being evicted.
We're gonna get to that because I knew we were gonna cover that in this video.
I mean, if you want to, go right ahead. I mean, you know,
in 10 months because wasn't 10 months like our last one?
Well,
We've lost jobs, we've gained jobs, lost jobs again, gained more jobs,
lost
more
houses,
jobs, lost houses, lost
vehicles. I mean, you know, fuck.
But you know, one thing we
Animals,
did
pets.
lose.
Lost our minds.
Yeah, lost animals. Jesus Christ, Wes. Ouch.
Yeah.
But you know, one thing we didn't lose, our kids.
or our friendship. Kids was a bad answer. Friendship was the best one.
I mean, if
we have not
anything-
lost our friendship. We're still together. We're still all here.
I mean, hey, we all go our separate ways. I'm still going. We're all, you know.
I mean, if anything, now,
It's like if hell freezes over and like y'all get a divorce, we'll still be doing podcasts with each other, and like, you know, his new bitch will be like, "Why you always gotta do a podcast, Jessica? Because she's the original member, bitch. Like you're stupid."
I don't really like her, but like this works, so fuck off.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, you know, not trying to spoil anything, but like, you know, we shouldn't have an excuse now. I mean, it's not like, you know, oh, I got to come to your house. You know, it's not like I can't
We're
literally.
neighbors now.
We live within walking distance of each other. Like, and within walking distance, I don't mean like it takes 20 minutes. I'm talking about it.
We share the
maybe
same
5.
motherfucking address.
Yeah,
now.
we have the same address.
So like, if you want to hit us up with some fan mail, no one does, but hey,
Dude,
we're not going to tell you our address, but
it's
hit us
always
up.
cool when I talk to people.
Maybe if we actually get
and I'm
people
like,
that
I'm like,
interested, we'll do a P.O. box.
A P.O. box, yeah.
It's always interesting because I just refer to Wes as Josh's brother because it's so hard to be like,
same.
Well, his best friend's mom, we live with her. It's just easy to be like, yeah, we live
My
with his mom.
brother-in-law and his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, you know, we live with like, you know,
Like,
my boyfriend's stepmom.
So
like,
I'm at work. I'm at work or like I'm anywhere, and I'm trying to describe, like I'm at a gas station trying to describe what I have to get and why I have to get it and who I have to get it for, and I'm like, that, you know, so like my mom wants me to get this, and if I don't get this, my ass is gonna get reamed.
Dude,
so
it's
like
funny.
I need to get it. So like it's, you know, I like she's
No,
like my mom.
it's funny because we went to a gas station, had to exchange some cigarettes. Somebody's like, yeah, she came in earlier, and like the lady was like, what she look like? And the only thing Josh could say was older and bigger, and which is funny.
Older and bigger.
Yes, which is funny. But then he came home and told
older
her
and
that
bigger.
to her face. I used the terms older and bigger, and I'm like, she's gonna fucking kill you.
What else do you
did
say?
she
She had white hair. She's a lady.
She's a senior citizen.
She's got that
Her hair by
1970s
choice.
boy cut. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like the weird, like.
All by choice.
right out of the way because you don't need that
Because
shit
there's
in your
only two
face.
types of old ladies. You have one, the lady that has their hair really short, however short you think, and then you got that one lady that's got like long hair. There's no in between.
Right.
I just want to know real quick.
A bob or a shoulder cut.
Is this going to be like a straight like depressing episode, or is this going to have some like actually like good shit?
If the depression, if
all
the,
of
if
the
the,
above,
if,
Wes.
I have nothing.
Everything.
I have a lot of like just negative
if
shit.
the depression is there, then I like to think that people that like us and know us, I like that they would appreciate it. But like maybe someone that doesn't know what depression is like, because they're sorry, start off on the wrong foot.
We'll cut that.
We'll bleep that out.
No, yeah, we'll bleep that out. You won't know what I said. I could have said anything. I could have said the N word. I could have said the F word. I could have said whatever word.
We can't
He
afford to
didn't say
cancel
the N word.
him.
I will verify that. Don't
We've already
cancel
done
him.
being canceled in the past. Don't you remember?
We cancel our own selves by just taking hiatuses.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody cares.
Life makes us cancel ourselves.
Hey,
by
I'll
giving
tell you
us
this
shit
though,
ass
nobody
things to go
cares.
through.
There was almost 300 views on that ASMR video. And by the way, to everybody at home watching this motherfucker over here was wrong. Okay, Mr. Oh, the Trass Files are gonna get way more views. You'll never get that kind of views with your ASMR episode. Yeah. Maybe not episode 2, but episode 1 I sure fucking did.
But to this guy,
I fucking nailed it. I nailed
he
it.
did,
And
all,
on bitches.
all the fuck,
I watched that video at least 10 times.
All the fuck he did was he cashed in on Florida getting pounded, and that's what happened. And you
But
know what?
the problem
It's
is
okay,
we
it
had
doesn't
been
matter.
brainstorming that for like before that happened. So like
No one
Exactly.
knows that.
It was on the table.
No one knows
Have you heard
that.
the glue?
What?
Have you heard glue ASMR?
No. I'm sure it sounds sticky.
Look it up. Look it up. It tickled my brain. It was nice.
Dude, have you seen the soap shaving? Where they
Yeah.
like cut
I have.
stuff?
I love
yeah, I like
that.
that too.
Or
Yeah.
the flower shit, the green shit that you put like fake flowers in. Dude, people be putting those shits in water and squeezing them.
I think like going into the first break, we should just kind of cut up a little bit, and then we'll get into the
Let's all get back into it. All as if you're at home, us on the fucking mics. Let's all just kind of let's take it easy.
reacquaint ourselves to each other because like we've been going so long. Getting
It's
drunk.
so nice being back.
I think getting drunk.
You know what's even nicer than being back? The fact that the three of us are a little drunk. Jessica's drinking again.
Except for
man.
me, I don't drink. I'm not a lush.
It takes the edge off.
Wes is smart.
Wes is a
He
recovering
drank
alcoholic
for
is what
many
I am,
years
yes.
And decided it wasn't for him. And if you want to judge him, you're a stupid little bitch.
I'm old enough to wake up and feel like shit without doing anything, much less drinking.
I think we're all
I honestly
getting
woke
there.
up today and I felt fine.
Fuck
I
you,
didn't
Jessica.
I
It's
didn't
funny.
feel no more groggy than I normally do.
He got cute and sentimental with you, and like I'm gonna tell on him because I don't care. He was like, "Dude, me and Jessica finish off a bottle." He's like, "I've never done that with her before."
Oh, you're so queer.
True story. It's true, guys. We finished off
And
a
it
bottle.
was
We
so,
never
it was so
have.
sweet because the funny thing is, you know how many bottles we finished off? Like he's finished off the bottles. I've not. I don't help. 'Cause
Well,
I'm a
Well, him and
lightweight.
I are like same but opposite.
He'll take like 45
Just like
shots,
me
and I'll
and
take
Weston.
like 5.
Well, the
okay?
history of the game is
Sorry if I
that
keep moving my table.
the history of the
You hear
game. We'll all
I
hear
think
it
you're
in the post where it's like, and they'll all love you. It doesn't
that.
matter.
I just like want to.
Listen, so the history is that I was with my the mother of my child. We had
Yes, we don't like the term baby mama because that's stupid.
We had it's because I'm not.
She was my baby
I'm not a
mama.
certain person.
baby
She was my baby mama, baby.
No, she's not a certain
That's my
person.
baby mama. And anyways, and so we had split up. Whatever, cool. You want to know? Hit it in the comments. I'll tell you all about it. Whatever.
And
it's
when I
cool.
say she's not that person, I mean people refer like baby mama. They
Comment to hear Josh's sob story.
But no, I'm not.
If we could get to 10 likes,
It's not a
10
song.
likes, if we get to
You'll
10
hear all
likes,
about it.
J Daddy will do a 5-minute video on his sob
I
story.
can stretch
Deep
that
dive.
bitch to
20.
10, motherfucker. I'll do 10 minutes. But either way,
No, 20 likes, 10 minutes. 10 likes, 5 minutes.
okay, I'll go with that. Let's hit it. But either way,
That works.
and so I that thing dispersed. And we split up, and I had nowhere to go. So I hit Wesco up, and I was like, hey
Well,
man.
hit me up first, but I only had a couch to offer.
And
for
I
him.
stayed there for a little while.
Again, that's fine and dandy and all, but like it was barely big enough for him and his kid. And like, could you imagine bringing a girlfriend over to my house? Like, hey, it would have been like you.
No, I wouldn't.
It would have been like you and Big Tits
No,
Tyler.
it was-
I'm so sorry, Tyler. If you watch this, I'm
It
sorry.
was a little iffy about anything like that because like I wanted.
That was Tasha 2.0.
It's another thing. She was. Anyways, so
At that time, didn't she have the same cut you're rocking, but a little shorter?
sure did. So
You hear that, Tyler? He's still after you.
Disgusting.
So listen,
kidding.
so I hit him up. I said, "Hey man, I have nowhere to go." So I came to this place, and as you guys may not know, because you don't know shit until I tell you, but like I was over there and I lived with him, and the entire time I was in my depression. I was getting drunk all the time, and nobody got drunk with me. It was just me drinking. So like now
You got your feels.
Granny's coming. Full
Woo!
circle, getting drunk with me. So yeah, it meant something
Well,
to me.
it's funny,
when we drink a bottle, it meant
He's
something to me. It was
corrupted
cool.
2 of us. See, Wes ain't weak enough. Wes is like, you know what? I did my time. It was really fun, but there's so many times where it wasn't fun, and like I don't think
No,
that I deserve
he's
that
weak.
anymore.
No, he's weak, but he's strong.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I just said he's strong.
No, he's weak, but he's strong.
How is he weak?
He's made weak decisions
It's
like
his
anybody
own,
else.
It's his own personal decision.
So wouldn't that mean that everybody's weak and strong at the same
Exactly,
time?
that's the point we're
Okay,
making.
Damien Eccles. Okay, everyone has a good and bad demon in them, but like you can either choose to give in to the demonic bullshit or you can not.
All the times I've gotten drunk or done things that are bad that I shouldn't do, I never had devil in me, so I don't know what that's about. But yeah, okay.
Are you sure about that?
No, but you're just saying that he's weak because what? Because he won't drink. He's weak because he discovered the.
No,
he has a friend?
because we all have weak moments. I have weak moments. It's whatever. But he doesn't drink now.
Wes,
It's
he's
cool.
salty
We're cool.
that you won't drink anymore.
I am because I want to have the old times, but we're not
Well,
gonna have the old times.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't do that for
We're not
you.
gonna have the old times, man.
Weston, don't be sorry. I'm sorry I used his full legal government name. If you call him his full legal government
Oh,
name,
yeah.
I'll
Tell
punch
him
you in
their
the mouth.
tell him his social security number. so we
Seven
can
four
get it.
nine 8687446.
Next thing you know, his credit
I'll be like
skyrocketed.
Catalina, my name's
Right.
Earl. 1625 16 42 35. I don't know his social security number.
87.
I only know his middle name because he shares with my boyfriend and also my brother. So
We are the Allens. We're the Allens.
We
man.
do
But not to be
Get it
confused with Brock Allen Turner, who now goes by Allen Turner. Be careful, people in Ohio.
Or
But don't kill him.
Tim, the tool man, Allen.
But less sexist, okay? Because Wes does a lot of.
Dude,
I've seen this man wash a lot of
Hey,
dishes.
hold
okay?
on.
And cook.
This
Quite
is
the
funny.
homemaker.
Look, this is funny.
He is.
I had got on.
He's taken, ladies. Shut up.
I had gotten on Amazon Prime, and I was looking for Home Improvement, and so I got like season 1, and she had like we'd watch it together, and she was like, you know what? I mean, I like it, but like Tim Allen's really sexist, and I was like, I
Because
didn't
it
really
is.
think about that.
It was for the time
It's
though
a
too. Like,
product.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a product
for
of
the
its
time.
time.
I mean,
I
well,
watched
also
it.
too, a little behind the scenes, he did, whip out his cock, and I think he would flash people and make them touch
That's
it.
a known
No,
fact.
I'm sorry?
That's
Yeah.
a known
I'm sorry.
fact.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
No!
To
Wes,
who?
you'll just
To like people working on set and shit,
Like people that were like acting, or,
producers
like,
and actors
yes.
and everybody
So
on set.
essentially you're saying
How did I
he's-
know about this?
He's a Louis C.K.
It just recently came out, like not too awful long ago.
Really?
He got
Yeah.
that cocaine charge, and then after that charge, and he got famous.
I
He's
didn't
like,
even
"Here's
know-
my
I
fucking."
didn't even
But
know
does he
about
have
that.
But,
Yeah.
but do you guys know how big his dick? Like, is it good dick?
I would hope so for him flashing. I mean, nobody
Why
said he was
doesn't
flashing his
look like
tiny
you're-
dick. They said he's flashing his dick, so I mean, I would
Which makes
assume.
me think of my friend David, who I won't enclose how big his dick is, but his ex-girlfriend at the time, we were best friends, and she was like, "Oh, David's dick is this big." I think she only wanted to know, like, she only told me how big her boyfriend's dick was, because she really kept pressing how big my ex-husband's was. How big is his? Now, Josh could have like a 1 foot penis.
It's not Josh. It's J Daddy. Refer to me as J Daddy on the podcast.
I don't want to work for you.
Everybody, J Daddy's name is Josh. If you didn't know,
Yeah, just Joshua.
Wait a
Plain old
just
Joshua.
write him out to the FBI.
they already
Yeah,
know.
Our one subscriber
They're
who's an
only
FBI
right
agent
now
is
is
just
what
gathering
has
so
a
much
cool
intel.
name.
I gotta
It's
watch
Weston.
this shit.
Dude, he's gonna be so excited when he sees that notification that we're back. Fuck, man. The case is on.
I think A Train is down there on our front porch.
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, Izzy, I'm
Just
sorry.
got
I'm
an
just
alert
kind
about
of
it.
So
chilling.
he killed a thing, and then he's going down there to freaking
Is he trying to break
celebrate.
in?
I mean, he could be.
Wouldn't
In
surprise
case
me.
you obviously didn't notice, we're outside now.
Yeah. Okay, that's
You're
something we've
hot,
been
you're
wanting to
sweaty,
do.
There are bugs.
Bro,
It's
my
not
head
that
is so
bad.
sweaty.
It's really not.
Woo! I'm not allergic to sweat. I'll talk about that later.
Break.
All right,
Go.
we're back from our first break. It's been great. Hey, we're
It's been
back.
real great.
It's been a long break.
Yeah, we were talking.
They don't know what they're talking about.
It's totally fine.
Sorry if you see me adjust. I got thick thighs and they go through holes. Then I got. You don't like my outfit?
Burn and go to hell.
Well, what Wes had said in the first segment, how we really what?
What? I don't
Are we
remember.
really gonna? Is this episode really gonna? be...
Oh, yeah. Are we really going to be all depressive and shit? Like, are we?
Yes, it is. And so
Fuck yes.
I'm gonna tell you why. Here's what
I'm
happened.
so sorry, fellow Mexicans. Please, I'm not racist. I swear. I just.
It's okay. You're a white lady. They get
I
it.
wish that I had things
Gracias.
about me, but I'm just a fucking white trash bitch. Okay.
See, so basically, here's the story. Here's how it unfolded.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
left Wessica's house.
You left home.
Chrissy and I, we got an apartment in the sky. Apartment in the sky. We were
Better
just
tell the whole truth, nothing but truth.
rolling hard, rolling
Hand
deep.
to God.
You were working it, man.
rolling deep. We were getting in there. Went to a nice place. It was great, cool place. Yeah, it turns out
Bougie as fuck.
Turns out it wasn't really a cool
Vaulted
place.
ceilings and an electrical fireplace. Immaculate.
Vaulting ceilings
Oh,
held
God, hey, when you
life.
have the third floor and you have kids, you fucked. So it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna get fucked. You got people downstairs.
They don't like you because your kids make too much noise.
It's funny because like none of the people on the podcast that listen to it never heard the story of how we made the remix of the song that we're not gonna say because we cannot say it because we don't want to get canceled. But either way, they're knocking on the ceiling, man.
Oh, yeah.
knocking on the ceiling, bro.
Oh, I didn't have
knocking
kids,
on
and I had that happen. Yeah, it's
doors.
apartment life in general. Like, that's why
Yeah.
I just...
Some people in apartments are understanding, and some are not. When I lived in the 3-bedroom in Clarksville with my ex-husband, everyone there was super nice. My kids made a lot of noise. I had 2 kids. They were toddler age. They were young. And people were so nice. Oh, no, honey,
Get
it's
that
fine.
cricket.
And then we moved. Then our apartment burned down. My whole life is a sob story. Okay, yay. But then we moved into the second to the one that only had 2 bedrooms, and it was a different building. And the guy that lived under us was a complete cocksucker, and would bang on the ceiling and like yell at me.
Well, hold on. Let me pause there. So are you saying that any person that lives on the second floor and you're on the top floor, you're on the second floor and on the bottom floor, are they all cocksuckers? Because I feel like they are. No, I feel like they are.
I feel like
my
when you
experience, they
live in
are.
a building that has 3 bedrooms only, everyone there has kids. They got at least 2 kids.
Here's my thing. Like, from living in one,
so
being
you lived in
friends
one for a while.
with people that's had them and shit, like, my thing is, like, it's not even just up or down. It's sideways, too. And, like, some places, like, people were being kind of noisy, like, sideways, and it's like...
Yeah, like...
But it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me, like, as in, like, oh, I'm going to bang back or something.
I mean, it bothers you. You're like, what? Why are you so loud? But you're not like, I'm going to be a dick.
When I lived in
because I do the same thing. It's like,
the people above us in the 3-bedroom building, every not night, but like it was like once a week, they would have some sort of celebration. I don't know if it was because of sports or what, but they'd be loud as fuck. They'd be up most of the night.
Did you say every weekend?
Something like that.
It so happens that it's the weekend, and you know what the weekend means. If you just said that, it means
you're probably off work.
We're getting turned up.
Yeah,
we're
and
taking.
I was never a dick.
Everyone's taking shots, getting drunk.
Yeah.
So we should take a shot and get drunk,
and
then you can continue.
I was never a dick because. Oh, here's the thing: if you got kids,
just trying to finish your story here.
If you have kids and you're one of those people like, shh, my kids are sleeping, you're doing them in service, because then if your neighbors are loud, if your neighbor, even if you're not living in an apartment complex, if you're living in the country like we are, and your neighbor is building a barn like our neighbor has, you're going to hear noises, and your kids may wake up. And you're doing a disservice. Vacuum while they're sleeping. Run the dishwasher.
Hey,
be loud. Not too loud.
Hey,
but
you just said something that really makes sense. Like, as well as you don't have a kid and you're partying out, you could also be loud, and people with kids experiencing that, having to like deal with their kids waking up, it could be just the same as if people have kids and you don't have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
just like y'all were being loud last night and we never heard you.
What's the disconnect though? What's the disconnect? Why can't everyone just be understanding? They can't.
Because it's just how the cookie crumbles. When I lived in a 3-bedroom building, they were super nice to me and my husband, and the person across the hall. They actually, he worked for the apartment complex. He was like a maintenance man. He smoked a lot of marijuana. And he would smoke it in his bathroom. Unfortunately, his bathroom was connected to my middle bathroom, my hallway bathroom, if you will, not my bedroom bathroom. And then he would, and I would smell it because it would go into our bathroom. I hated it. I don't like the smell of pot. Never will, never have. Just who I am. But I'm not going to be a bitch about it because that's stupid. And, like...
You're normal.
I confronted him one time because we were talking about it, and I was like, hey, my bathroom smells a lot like marijuana, you got
it's really somebody blowing it up in there.
And he felt bad and was like, shit, I'm sorry. He was like, and he had a balcony.
Shit, I'm sorry. I had no idea that blowing smoke into the vent.
He's sitting there in his fucking bathroom just chiefing
he lived across the hall from me. He lived we were on the same floor.
It all goes through, man.
His name was C-Sean. Shout out if you're watching this and you're not. But
shout out C-Sean.
He was
shout out C-Shell.
You saw him a couple times. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
He was like Wes. He always had like a little winter cap on. He was cool. He had 3 different babies with like 4 babies. I don't know. They're all living together. It was fun. But he like apologized. But he's like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to lose my job. I'm like, I'm not telling on you. I don't care. Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Quit blowing it up in the vents, homie.
Sometimes my bathroom smells like that. Didn't know if it was coming from you or someone else. He's like, oh yeah, I'll fix that. And he did. And it's like sometimes if I smelled pot outside, I'm just not going to be a dick. Right. There's a hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. Can't remember the name of it. I don't know. Not a Holiday Inn. It was a little low class, little dinky thing. I've been there 4 times. I've stayed there 4 times through like a span of years. Every time I've gone there, it smells like marijuana. Someone in that hotel is blowing it up. And I don't say nothing. They tell you to check in. Hey, if you got any complaints, let us know. I don't complain about it. You know why? I'm not a snitch. And
you don't care.
Snitches get stitches.
So I'm going to go to...
Is it affecting your life?
Yeah. No, it's affecting my mood, but you know what? If I don't eat...
It makes you giggle.
It affects my mood in the sense that when I smell it, I'm agitated. But you know what else makes me agitated? Not eating on time. You don't see me calling McDonald's because I don't have a meal at my house. Hey, I don't have a meal at my house. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know, man. I don't believe in I came from the generation of snitches get stitches, but also I came from the generation of... I just came from the generation of like, if you're not funding it, fucking it, or fueling it, why does it matter to you?
If you're not,
remember that, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you
Wise
need,
words.
Do you need to get somewhere because it's going to be either ass, gas, or grass, and that's what happened.
Nobody
we
rides
weren't
for
even
free.
in existence yet. That's the thing. They're all different. Either way, her experience was.
I mean, when Jesus was riding on that donkey, he told all them. He said, "Hey, it's ass, grass, or gas,
You don't
baby."
get no blessings unless you.
And I don't know what the gas was back then.
Unless we get in the session.
I mean, it wouldn't be gas because he was riding a donkey. I guess it'd be like ass.
Ass, grass, or what? Hay?
Yeah, or maybe the gas was the gas. You know?
Myrrh.
Yeah.
My
Myrrh.
bad. Ass, grass, or myrrh.
Yeah,
It's in
ass,
myrrh.
grass, or myrrh. Nobody gets on here for free.
So either way, that story was great. We
I
love
hope you
it.
guys like my 5-finger death punch themed shot glass. It ain't mine.
We're doing it now?
It ain't 5-finger death
We're
punch.
doing
was
it now?
gifted.
We doing it now? We taking a shot now?
Yeah.
Let's take a shot for
Is
the
this
homies.
pink or red? I don't know, but I like.
it's pink.
I'm going for the
You
shot.
think I think it's
Let's
pink too. But
We'll continue after. Hold on.
I thought they were like paws.
I will
like
take
cup
the
of
Mountain
paws.
Dew after you.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
we can't even do a cheers. Okay, whatever. Bye.
Here you go.
Oh, you want to do it too? Never mind. Sorry.
We can still do one. You and I.
You and I.
Here, let's do it. Let's do a cheers.
It was a little watered down, so I sucked down. all
Fun
the
fact,
water.
ladies and gentlemen, you know why they used to, why they did cheers?
That's
Why
good.
they used to do that? Because in case they were poisoned, they would spill the poison into each other's drink.
That's pretty good. Yeah. It's good
Like
stuff.
back in the day, like you couldn't trust
Mango
people.
in the
Is
Mountain
that a
Dew.
fact?
Pretty sure it's a fact. You could Google it.
I mean, I trust Wes.
In fact, after this, we'll figure it out. We'll put it in the post edit if it was fact or cap.
Yeah.
All right, so look, getting back into it. Everything she said was great. It was good for our setup here. Clearly, the person that was accepting, the people that are accepting, were not the people that were below us, and that's cool because one night it was really cool. The people below us were beating on our ceiling on their ceiling and on our floor because they were assholes, and I just had enough of it. The guy was like, I guess he was in the military. He would go to Fort Campbell. He'd be gone for a while. And
So the backstory on him, and I'll do this really quick so you can finish his stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to interrupt. I can't remember his name, but he was a scrawny little dude, very nice. I confronted him in the stairwell, if you will.
Confrontation.
About banging on our ceiling, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, those are my roommates. I'm gone most of the day." The backstory was that our the people that worked on the property, that as like the property managers and stuff, that essentially help you get the apartment, they had told me, "Hey, look, he didn't make enough, so he had his grandma on the lease. His grandma didn't live up here."
No. We're past
Really?
that point. Well, that was a precursor to what was happening, but that wasn't the.
I didn't know you
Yes,
could
it
get
was.
somebody else
Because
on the
they were-
lease
they
and
were
them
the
not
ones
live
that were banging on
there.
the ceiling, listening to loud music. and
No,
you could
they
do that.
left, and there was another person that had done that, and that was when it was snowing.
Oh shit, you're right. Well,
Right,
anyway,
right.
before those people lived there, so again, so those people live there. Oh my god, I almost broke that shot glass.
It's red.
It's pink.
So it's
Pink.
definitely
Team Pink.
What? Remember that dress that was blue or gold? Is it pink
I
or
say
is it red?
It's pink.
It's red.
It's pink.
Red.
It's pink.
Continue. Go on with the people before.
but yeah, so that had happened, and then they're like, yeah, so he had his grandma on the lease, and then his grandma didn't live there, because she had her own place because it was his grandma. So he invited his two friends to live with him, and they were like a couple, and they had a kid. They didn't work, or if they did, they weren't helping with the bills, and it was. Can I have one too? I'm so sorry. Also, this is a nicotine vape in case my ex-husband and his weird piglet of a girlfriend is watching. I'm so sorry.
They ain't never doing stuff.
Fuck, you can't.
Anyways,
Okay,
come on.
I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Okay,
on with
I
it, go on.
understand you have a genetic disorder, and
That you're fat.
anyway,
Go on
it's,
with the story.
it's called I Sure Vape. If you Google them, they're nicotine vapes.
Burn and go to hell!
But anyway,
They're tasty.
they're good. Okay, they taste better than a freaking cigarette. But when you're drunk, you want a cigarette. So,
Burn and go to hell!
but anyway, so they lived there and it was a whole thing, and they got evicted. But like, it takes a long time sometimes to evict somebody, and it's a whole thing. It's whatever, and they were just god awful. So then they finally left. We're like, yeah, and we were like, we had no neighbors for like, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3
it was
months.
glorious.
It was
We
beautiful.
didn't have to worry about anyone
We didn't
else.
have to tell the kids because sometimes, my ex would have shit to do like moving or working or whatever, and he couldn't get them, or it'd be the summertime and he didn't get them at all, like, during my month, and like we would have his daughter, and like I'm just not I'm the parent that's kind of like, hey, look, don't be super loud, but I'm not going to confine my kids to a chair because they're not going to sit there. They're kids, man. They have to walk around. They gotta move around. They're gonna shout. They're gonna throw shit. They're kids, okay? And I'm just not gonna go hardcore. And my ex may hate me, but he knows.
I mean, he does. But what's new?
Bros, listen.
We're not fans of him either.
Let me see that
Bros,
Joshua.
bottom line here.
I really.
Bottom line
Daddy,
here.
give me a light.
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get past it, bro. 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, when those dudes were living there, like loud
They
ass,
listen to like heavily
loud
based
ass,
like rap
yeah,
music.
like, and so it wasn't just us that was affected. It must have been everyone around them, and they just didn't
we
give
were
a
on
fuck.
the third floor. The people below us were on the middle floor. So the people that were below them were also suffering.
So the first floor.
So
I
listen,
should get in my
so
face
listen,
with a cigarette.
so listen. Here's the thing. Here's what happened. They left, this is the fucked up thing about it, because it's crazy. When they left, they put stuff into they put socks or whatever into the sink and
Socks and diapers.
and like clogged up the toilet.
They clogged up the toilets
and they
and
ran
sinks,
it.
and they kept the water on.
Smart.
So when that happened,
It flooded.
yeah, it fucked up the bottom floor too. So like the bottom floor people left. So like we had no one around us for
So it was vacant.
A while.
It was like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it was a while.
And then like I said, then the dude that came in that was at Fort Campbell with his girlfriend, she was there, and it was funny because like there were old people that were next to us, and we seen them a couple times, and like the lady that lived next to us, she like dressed with like dresses, like she had like a to do job or whatever.
Did you ever see them out
maybe
there?
worked in like a secretary type job.
Yeah.
Or
Did you ever see them out there and just like, I don't know, get the urge to just like push them down the steps
Well,
and see what happened?
because that's the new people that came in.
See if they crack.
That's the new people that came in next to us.
This is after our
You
friend
ever have
Nikki left.
sociopathic thoughts?
Okay, let's go.
Break it.
All right, back from break number 2, and we may take another break. Who knows what has going to happen? But
Roll with it, bitches.
The night is young.
Let's suck back into the point here. Those dudes left. They're doucheweeds. We get this guy that comes in. He's not any particular color. We're not going to say. Probably
It does not matter.
Probably a white guy. But you know
how the white military men are.
I had mentioned earlier that like, and everyone did. We kind of hit on it, like to the side. They also are fuckweeds. So like, it's not just the bottom or the top; it's also the sides.
Yeah, because after our friend Nikki moved, there was
that's what I hit it on.
Yeah.
The one that dressed
like in their
yeah.
like 40s.
Oh yeah, they were old, and it's like, were they
Older.
really fucking? So like, sometimes in the night,
We would hear fucking noises.
like
Yeah.
it was like somebody was really getting it. Yeah, and it's like, but you're gonna bang on my ceiling when the kids are being loud. So anyways,
or you're gonna bang on my wall when the kids are being loud.
Yeah.
Like, who done it?
So past that point, here's what happened. I was working. Chrissy wasn't working. Chrissy had lost her job. I didn't lose my job. I kept working. I was only
This job is more important.
yeah, exactly. It's more important than everybody else. Anyway, so my job, I kept working. She wasn't working, so I was paying, everything, and it got kind of rough because
And the majority of the time we were paying late, which was fine until the
Right.
company got sold and they pretty much put new employees in.
right. And that's the problem. That was where our problem
Thank you.
occurred.
I'm sorry. You're welcome.
The people that were before us, they were cool and understanding, and they got it. Hey, you're going to be a little bit late. That's cool. We're going to just put that you paid it this
They give
time.
you a late fee if you're late.
Well, it was like maybe it wasn't
which
even.
means that it shouldn't have been a problem.
I think it was like discernible. It was like maybe like
yeah, you
I feel
seems
like they
reliable.
gaslit y'all.
10
Yeah.
or 30, 20, $15, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like for a late fee, and that's cool. That's fine.
Yeah,
We're paying
it sucks because if you can't even make your rent on time and you're being like
if you're being late on your rent,
you're being charged for that. It sucks.
If you're
It's
being
like, I'm too poor, so you're gonna make it more.
If you're being late on your rent and you can't pay that amount at that time, then
if you're too
another
poor,
100.
you're gonna pay more.
Add another 100 to it, and then act like someone can pay it. But anyways, so the situation was they changed management, and so it was from a different company, so they came
And the
in.
management was also because in today's society, I know you said not to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but in today's society, unfortunately, you need a job, and if you don't listen to your employers, you'll lose your job. The last people didn't give a shit because their employers didn't really care, but then these new employers came across. There's new people hired, and it was like you will get fired if you slack off.
What was it like? What it was like?
pay rent
It was
late.
like Maribon Heights, and it turned higher mark. Is that
Something
is
like
that something like
that,
that? So they came in, and so they fired all the people that were like there when we first like
Or put them in
came
different locations.
Yeah. So like they were cool and they understood and they were like completely, like decent humans. Yeah, like
they were in situations in their life where they were like, just because you can't pay your rent on time doesn't mean that you're shitty or that you don't deserve a place to live. You just have shit going on.
So that being said, they did that and they honored that and they weren't assholes about it. But when these new people came in, this is what happened to us in a nutshell. So we don't go into detail and we'll just get past it. You need to pay your late rent by the 28th. Okay? Doesn't matter what month it was. You need to pay by the 28th. We got the payment. Doesn't matter how we got it. Obviously we were struggling to get it, so we got it. And I went to wherever I went to get it, and I made a money order because that's how you had to pay.
Yeah.
I made a money order for the 27th. They said we needed to pay by the 28th. Keep that in mind. So I get the money order made out for the 27th. I put it in the box that 27th, because why the fuck would I put it in?
It was 27th, but it was after the office had closed.
Yeah.
But a backstory, because they had fired all their other employees. They didn't have any employees in for about a week, half a week, whatever.
Yeah, no one was managing the place. It was
no
just
one was there.
Yeah.
So by the time they got our money order, they were like, come fucking get it.
Got a complaint, fuck you. Got a complaint, like, no one's here. No, it doesn't matter. So they
the
had...
world's very unforgiving and is very not understanding.
They had the new employees in, and they came in, and it was this bitch named... what was her name? I forgot her name.
Shit.
Her name
does not fucking matter.
Let's call her Karen.
It was like a dude's name, but
Karen?
a girl's name.
Let's just call her Karen
Alex?
first.
I'm down with Karen.
Was it Alex?
Yeah, her name was Alex. And so...
Alexandria,
From
whatever.
my understanding, what had happened was we made the payment on the 27th, put the money order...
They could have checked their fucking cameras, and they didn't.
The money order was dated the 27th.
It was.
We put it in the drop box.
We can't prove you put it in there. Bitch, I got it the 27th. Why would I give it to you?
You're getting ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me. But before that...
I got the phone call.
We put it in on the 27th. But because they didn't have proper staffing, they said that they didn't get it until the 3rd. So I was at work or whatever, and they called Chrissy and said that, you need to come get your check. And I was like, what? So she was supposed to go get the check for the amount that was due on the 28th that we turned in on the 27th. And then they said we didn't turn it in until the 3rd, and that they were only going to take a full payment. Which would have meant double of what we paid for the next month. So, basically we got evicted, so we had to go to court. So we went to court, we seen Alex. She was this and it was funny because I left a review, and I guess it was funny because I seen their reviews. Sorry. And they were responding to people's reviews when they were negative, but for me, when I did it, they never responded. It's got ignored. But I was talking about how Alex wore this dress that whoever
neon pink.
Whoever let her leave her house, it made her look like she was wearing a burlap sack. She looked like shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it didn't fit her body. She
had
a nice body. It didn't fit her body type.
Myself, I had never been to court. I don't know if Chris had been to court, but I've never been to court. So we went in.
At that point, I had been to court. I had been to divorce court.
Well, yeah, but
I was nervous as shit.
It was a little different. So we go in there, we get the metal detectors, we go in okay, cool. Where do we go? And go in here. So we go in, it's like the pew type seats, for court or whatever.
Trying to get the chicken.
You're sitting there, and we see another person that was getting fucked over too.
Jimmy.
There were a couple other people that were getting fucked over from where we were living. And so
she gotta save the cheekies.
We sit down, and it's okay, wait. So basically
they're stopping now.
They had what?
No, they're not.
What?
We got some Jimmy trying to get some chicken pussy. It look like.
If he does, that's gonna be a fucked up child.
Pussy, baby.
So basically, we go to the court, and like I said, we're in there, we're sitting there waiting, and it's so when they call your name, say you're here, and what it's like I was back in school or some shit.
Yeah.
And so we said we're here, and they're so if you don't have this or you don't have that, then go with this person. So we went with this person, and basically it was the representative of the company hire mark or whatever who the fuck it was. I don't really remember. I think that's what it was. And basically he said to us, he pulled aside each person. He was talking to us, and he was here's the thing, man. If you want to come back at another date to fight this, then you're going to be paying or whatever. But if you don't, then it's all dropped and you get your shit out and go. That's what we did. So we left, and I was not less of a man for coming here to who I consider to be my mother and ask her if we could stay here because I had nowhere else to go, and so that's why we're here. So like we're here
Because you're a fucking bum.
I'm a fucking bum. I can't provide.
Yeah, you're not a provider, man.
All of the
All
above.
that.
So
Yeah.
we're here now, and that's our sob story, and it sucks, and it's cool. Like we're dealing with it. You know, it's like it's whatever. We have an eviction. It's hard to get a place. It's whatever.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you, by the way.
The world is expensive as hell now.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, trust us.
Oh,
'Cause
tax
fuck
free.
you, world.
Tax free for August and September, but what after that you get fucked? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Really
yeah,
appreciate it.
we're raising interest rates.
Hike that leg up.
We live in a world now where if you're not available 24/7, 365, you can't have a fucking job. Sorry, mothers. Sorry, cancer patients. Sorry, people who struggle with fucking kidney stones and depression and fucking anxiety and back pain and fucking chronic goddamn pain. You fuck you. You
Gold.
get written off.
Gold.
Burn and go to hell.
Golden. Have a seat.
Solid
Take a seat.
gold.
We told our sob story. Let's hear.
All right.
What has been happening?
Depression is a real fucking thing, and it is a real thing that stops me from doing things or acting out of character. And employers don't give a fuck nowadays. It's not the 80s. Sorry, my sitter's sick and my kids are sick. I gotta call out. My kids got the chicken pox. Mammy told me, which is his mother figure, his actual mom. She told me when I was in 2nd grade, I got the chicken pox. I missed 2 weeks, and then I went back for a week and then got the measles and missed how many ever days, weeks, whatever. And it's like, imagine if that happened to this society. You would get fired. Even if you have a doctor's note.
Chrissy, guess what? Those aren't a thing anymore because there's vaccinations. But if you get sick and you have the shits and you call out, you're getting fired. So fuck you.
If you call out because your kids have
Kidney
COVID,
stones.
Yeah. If you call out because your kids have COVID and you have COVID because your boyfriend had COVID and like now you got COVID, your employer calls you and they're like, "Hey, I know you live in this assisted living you work in this assisted living facility with other patients who are super sickly, and like if they get a fucking simple cold, they will die because they're so weak and frail and they're on their last leg of life, you know." They'll call you.
Fucked.
They'll call you and be like, "Hey, I know you have COVID and you don't feel well and your kids have COVID, but like, can you come in and just work on the COVID floor?" And then when you're like, "No, I can't do that because someone has to be here with my kids," then they fire you. And it's funny because the person that fired you was on meth, Daniel. And then you get and then you get a different job working at Domino's making pizzas like a fucking idiot, like you're a 15-year-old high schooler. No offense to your cousin Justin, who's a real freaking weirdo. I knew him for about like 3 months, and he was weird, but he was
I don't know him that well, and we're related.
I don't know my cousins that well. Apparently, my cousins be telling my daddy what I be posting on Facebook.
Chrissy.
But anyway,
we digress.
But anyway, so then you go and you work at Domino's making pizzas, and your boyfriend's like, "That's not a real job." And then your former employee comes in and tells you about how we didn't cut his pizza, so that means that we are an insult to the fine arts. I work at Domino's, not a fucking museum. I don't know what you mean.
Didn't know Domino's was fine arts, but okay.
I mean,
all right, let's take a sit back and listen to the drama for other people because like we were going through some hard times, but let's talk about the hard times that you guys went through while we haven't been uploading stuff.
yeah.
All right, so I'm pretty sure everybody already knows that like my one job I had for a hot minute, like I just couldn't do it no more. So then I was back to I was back to doing like home stuff. Well, you know, it was a pretty nice job. Everything was working out great, other than the fact that my employer decided to screw me over and, you know, basically not pay me. And then when they did pay me, they fucking just like completely ripped me off. And I went through a bunch of fucking shit. I'm not gonna sit here and be like Josh and, you know, give you the Oscar, because tonight, you know, it's either him or Kristen that needs the Oscar.
We got it.
Yeah.
I just want to thank God.
So, you know,
I want to thank these boots for making me look like a hoe.
more or less, I had to walk away from it because it was literally costing me money to work, and I'm like,
yeah, that's bullshit.
you know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that happened. So then I decided to get a job with a big box chain store that somebody else next to me eventually got a job with.
We're getting to it.
And
Won't mention your name, but fuck you.
yeah. because I still shop there. So I mean,
Same. Everybody can because there's nowhere else to go.
I mean, like you can put your fucking,
You can't
barber
help
shop.
but
You can
shop
put your
there.
You
We're
put,
Southern.
You put your shit on blast, because you don't live there. You don't have to live there anymore. I have to shop there,
Yeah, exactly.
and I already know how they are about YouTube shit. So like I don't want them to reach out and ban me for telling the truth because I want other shit to talk about just a little bit. But anyway, so I get the job. It's at a different location than the previous locations I've worked for, because that's a little side note. I've worked for this company before
For several years.
and
Slaving away.
so basically I'm doing the job and stuff. I go for orientation, do all the learning shit, and then the next night happens, and I'm working nights, by the way. I go in and my schedule's fucked, and I go talk to the person that hired me, who I thought I bargained with, or had a interview with, and laid out terms, and terms were said.
Your schedule.
Terms should have been said, agreed upon. Basically, act like a little punk ass bald baby.
It went in a different direction. I thought you were going somewhere else.
No,
Yeah.
he's a bald baby.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's a bitch.
Yeah, and he can
Fuck off and
continue. He can continue to be a bald baby. I'll just say that, because I'm not gonna sit there and call him even worse names because it's just not worth it for me. The fact that the way you are is the way you are. But anyways, I got pushed off to other people, and then I told them about it, and then they basically was like, well, who gives a fuck, and I was like, okay. So I literally ripped off my vest, threw it at them, and then just like walked out.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And when I walked out, there's security gates when you walk in, and I basically went opposite with those security gates. So not only did I set off the buzzer, but I almost took one off the rails because I was so angry at the fact that I wasted all this time and shit, and trying so hard and settling on something I didn't want to settle on. Like I was like, I have to do this, and so I got screwed over with that. And as of late, it's been hard. Chrissy could probably attest to it, just like anybody could. You can't find fucking jobs hardly, and if you do,
You go to job interviews, you put in 62 applications in 6 months, and you get rejected by 30, and then you go to 30 job interviews.
Nobody
and then somehow
will
you
take the
fucking
time
flunk a
to
goddamn
read it.
job interview.
and even if you do, it's like the people that want you, like literally, like, is it profitable to even go to that said job? It's like, this isn't about just having a job. Is it profitable? So,
Right.
but, I'm on the come up with some things, so I'm not going to sit there and fret upon it.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Yeah, government, we're about to sell some eggs untaxed.
so
I'm kidding. We haven't sold any eggs. It's been in the talk, but we haven't done it. Please don't fucking audit
We
us.
need to increase
So that was-
chicken
that was-
production.
that was Wes's struggle. That was me and Chrissy's struggle. Let's hear Jessica's struggle, which also
We'll have
relates
to take a
Wes's
break
struggle.
and then
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
come
take a
back.
break.
You want-
We're back.
Hello. From the other side of the screen. Ignore Kyle. Fuck him. Okay.
It's not
He's
6 in
super
the, it's not
It's
it's not
almost
6,
3 a.m.
but it's not 6 in the morning, which is when he should be calling. So
Yeah,
It's the hour of the demon.
he's just a weird
yeah, we're
cop.
about to get
He's
possessed.
very time. He just doesn't.
No,
understand.
he
He's
is
time
possessed.
All right. So, anyways, we've
And make
got-
this quick, Grandma, because
Yeah,
we want to get on to more shit, too.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
so
through stuff, yeah.
basically, so
Not too quick. You get your time, bitch.
So the whole thing about it is, you got a lighter?
yeah.
I got a lighter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. So the whole thing about it is that, sorry, Wes, we had our shit with that situation, and then, it's hard to find a fucking job. You obviously know that. So I finally found a job, and it was everything that I ever fucking wanted.
It's great.
Everything you want.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Let's backtrack for 1 second.
And I'm lazy as fuck, and I don't like
Everything you
working.
Hey, let's back.
It's everything you need.
Hey, let's backtrack
Yeah.
for 1 second. So when I was living there, things happen. Blah 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 blah. I can't really remember the circumstances of the situation, but like, you're supposed to. Something was happening, and the Kia had fucked up. So like, I paid to get it towed, half of it, whatever, and we got and it was cool. We were good, man. Everything was cool, right?
What was that?
And then all this happens, right? We're following that happening. And then
When
Yeah.
did the Kia get towed?
no, it didn't. Well, yeah, it did.
I mean, it did
Yeah,
multiple
it did.
times.
No,
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
like,
There,
you paid.
there was a fuck up with it, and it needed to be fixed. So like,
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
motor problems, and we fixed it.
right, and it got replaced. So like, it was
Yeah.
cool. It was brand new, whatever, cool. So like, we've been through that. It's like, it's not. I'm not like saying that I did that because like I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm great,
That's
but like,
Maryland right there.
this is the story of what happened, right? And so after that, we've been through a struggle. We were struggling the whole time, you know. and
It's
then
been
this
a
happened.
hell of a struggle for everybody.
Yeah.
I think out of the 29 years I've been alive, I've only not struggled for like 4 of them, and that was before I started fucking kindergarten.
Because
Yeah.
you're an infant.
Yeah.
No struggle an infant.
I was shitting my pants, accidentally touching my dad's penis because I was a child, and
and it was all great.
it was great.
Anyways, back to what she was saying. So, all right,
Yeah.
so you got a job. Where were you
Yeah,
working?
I get a job. It's everything that I ever wanted. Because without getting too much into it, I love to fucking shop. And it was everything to me.
And then she had kidney stones.
Yes, I have chronic kidney stones. 1, they're genetic. And 2, you know, I just have a terrible fucking diet. And
They
I'm
be hurting.
addicted to salt and
No,
Pepsi.
she has a terrible diet because she's fucking poor, and like you know.
and I'm
like when you're
addicted to
poor-
salt and Pepsi.
Right, but the problem is most cheap fucking foods, you know, they have a lot of
Salt.
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 Welcome to America.
Yeah. Woo! So I get kidney stones, and this company does not give a shit about me like
Hold
they.
on. We're talking like so. So we went back like 6. What was it? How long was it since the last podcast?
I
Like, what-
think 10 months.
so. Like we're
Almost a year.
We're coming back like 1 month ago. Like maybe even not even a month ago. Like
Yeah.
we're like present day with all this. So like we've been here, and you know this happens. I just wanted to like
Yeah.
preface that so we.
This was
yeah.
recently.
Yeah. So we're like present day now.
I'm currently like two weeks out
Yeah.
being fired from this job because
Fired.
Yeah, fired. So I had a doctor's note.
A fucking doctor's note.
Doctor's note that my doctor specifically stated. So like I was having really bad back pain, and then I got up. I was working a 5 to 2 shift at work, so I got up to go to
Working
work,
5 to
A
2.
shift that I couldn't get as a mother, by the way.
Yeah.
and I worked my fucking ass off to get this goddamn shift.
True story.
She did.
Pardon my language, but I did.
True story.
Oh, your language is good.
Thank you. So I got this shift, and I let work know, hey, this is what's going on. They tell me what I need to do because prior to this, I've been out like 2 days.
2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
Due to my mental health, which again, I also had a doctor's note for.
2 days.
Let me
Didn't matter.
reiterate.
Didn't matter.
She worked like, what was it, 4-6 months?
I was almost 6 months.
Yeah. So like 4 or 5 months, and she only missed 2 days
I had my employee discount.
because of her mental health.
Which this
And they-
company that I worked for, they prophesize like mental health is important. We have to take this seriously.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's really not. I had a doctor's note, all that. They didn't
Doesn't
give
matter.
a shit.
Doesn't matter.
So then I have a medical emergency, and I'm out for 3 days per my doctor.
Just 3.
Just 3
So
days.
that's 5 days in total you've missed. that
we
you should
are
have worked.
allowed. We are allowed 5 occurrences.
Right.
So because of this 3 days, so my doctor, pending where my kidney stone was at when they did, you know, the scans and everything, my kidney stone was at a point that like he was giving me 3 days where it would move to my bladder, because when it moves to your bladder, if you've ever had kidney stones, when it moves to your bladder, it's still uncomfortable, but it's not as uncomfortable as it is when it's moving from your kidney to your bladder.
I mean,
Right.
hey, hold on. I've had like I went in one time and it hurt like in my back, like to my left
Thank
side, but like, I couldn't really like specify where it was at. But like it was a kidney stone. But then all of a sudden the doctor was like, "Oh well, if you don't do anything, it'll dissipate." When does a kidney stone dissipate?
It doesn't
it goes.
dissipate. Like
It's
it
still there.
literally moves.
Well,
from, I've had them since I was.
You want to go to Disney World to get ready a kidney
She
stone?
doesn't believe that, but it is a proven fact. Look it up. But the kidney stone, whenever it's in your kidney, the only time that you hurt is when it's moving. So when
Yeah.
it's moving from your kidney to your bladder, that's when you're getting that back
it's scratching.
pain.
It's
That's when you're getting your nausea.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was feeling. So the doctor told me if you feel better before these 3 days are up, you can go back to work.
And she tried.
And I tried. Every morning that I got up, I was puking. And again, I go to work and I'm puking. What are they going to do? They're going to send me home.
So if you don't come in,
Because I work in a place
If I puke before
that's
my
in the
shift,
public.
I ain't coming the fuck in.
but if you don't come
Yeah.
in, but if you come in and you're puking, you're fucked. But if you don't come in, you're fucked. So like, what
Yes.
can you really do? Can you like just suck the fuck up and do it? Like,
do you remember the
it's
time I got
crazy.
sick at Vantage Point?
Yeah.
I think it was before. It was like I think before I even had COVID, but I had something like a upper respiratory infection. I felt like garbage, and I went into work and I'm coughing real bad, and they were fucking making me feel bad
Do
because
you have
COVID
COVID?
is.
Do you have
COVID is a
COVID?
thing.
Do you have COVID?
Yeah.
Are you COVIDed?
And I don't feel good, and I'm like, so eventually I talked to the head nurse. Her name was Amanda at the time, and I'm like, look, I don't feel good, and my voice was like raspy, so I was like, look, I don't feel good, and I'm coughing, and she's like, go home.
Yeah.
You can't operate.
They don't
100%.
want you
You
But
can't operate
if you're
100%.
sick.
But-
His employers want him to work even at 50%. If
But-
you can't work 100%, that's okay. Just
But
come in.
Yeah.
if you work and you're like you come sick, like you got other people sick, so like why would
Yeah.
you come in? So like it's just like this thing where like if you're sick, we don't want you coming in, and then you
But
do
if you're
it.
sick, you're gonna get fired.
Exactly, yeah. And
Also,
yeah.
also, just a minor occurrence, because, my mental health, because I'm fucking nuts.
Same.
She's not fucking nuts.
I am.
The
But
world
anyway,
sucks, and
we all are.
there's no
We all
help.
are.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But anyway, another instance at work that I left early and I got half of a point is because I got cussed out at work.
Y'all have a point for that?
I got half a point for that.
That's professional to get cussed out and then get half a point. That's
Yes.
professional. Professionalism to a T.
They sent you home.
I went and
You didn't want. You were.
Yes.
You were kind of like
I
I went,
went-
but you weren't like
yeah.
fucking fighting for it. And they're like,
I
just
went
go
and
home.
took
That's
a
ridiculous.
break. I went and took a break and come back, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, like all I want to do is go home." And what they tell me to do, go home. I got half a point for that.
You're good. Go home. There's no problem.
So how
Then
many points
your
can you
problem.
get at this facility?
At this facility, you can get 5 points.
So you had 5.5.
I had at the point before I got the kidney stones, I had 2.5.
So 3 altogether.
Which I was
What?
told. Which I was told again. I was lied continuously.
Just
through
like Wes. Wow.
Through this fucking company.
Amazing
I was
pattern.
told we don't accept doctor's notes. The first 2 days that I was ever out for my mental health, I was told we don't accept doctor's notes, but we're going to make an exception and accept this, and you're not getting any points.
She was damn good
That
at
was
her
a
job.
fucking lie.
As someone
They
who's
didn't
lived
take
close
those
to
2
her
points away.
for
Multiple years.
It's been a while.
Multiple years.
for myself 8 months. I've seen her go through some jobs. She worked at
Yeah.
a stay-at-home job that was very tolling on her mental health, and I watched her call out, if you will, from a stay-at-home job.
Call out from a at-home job.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and
Well-
so she
But
worked.
I've
And
done
so
it.
she worked at this facility, this company, and she showed up 10 times out of 10. I'm like, wow, she really must love that job. And she told me it's the easiest money I've ever made. And like, I'm doing great.
It was good money. It
It's-
was easy, and I was a personal shopper. That's really all I have to say. I was a personal shopper, and I love to fucking shop.
They took it away. And
Yeah.
not only did they take it away, but at the same time that it was taken away beforehand, what else happened? So we can get to the good stuff.
Yeah, so essentially, a couple of weeks ago, is when all this went down. I had the kidney stone and everything. They told me what I needed to do, that I needed to report to a third-party company, essentially, that like, hey, I'm having this shit going on. Can you approve these days off where that way I don't get pointed? So I did exactly what they said.
with actual doctor notes from
Gaslighting.
a medical
Yes.
professional.
Gaslighting
Someone who
doctor
has a
professionals.
fucking PH goddamn D.
Turned in all of the paperwork that I was required to turn in, and then I get denied because at this job I was not full-time, which again I started in March. I've been asking since March, can I become full-time? That hasn't happened.
No.
It
When
never
I applied
happened.
for this company.
Nope.
Side note: when I applied for this company,
Yes.
and I tried, and I'm a mother. I can't say single because I'm with him, but essentially I'm a single mom. I have my kids full time. I needed an AM shift so that I could get my kids off the fucking bus because, like, if they both work, who's gonna get my kids off the bus? Nobody but me. He can.
Right.
He works till 5. Sometimes he works till 8. Sometimes he gets off at 2, but that's on Fridays only. So it's like, who's gonna get my kids off the bus? Because again, they're in the county I live in. They're too young, both of them, to cross the street by themselves, and we live across the street where they get dropped off at. So somebody has to be down there to get them across the street. I tried to get a freaking an AM shift. No, we don't have those shifts.
It's enough for me, dog.
But then she gets the shift, and now they're like, yeah, get fucked, go, bye, you're fired. We don't care.
Well, hey,
Yes, and the hourly shift that I worked, 5 to 2, they had a hard time keeping people doing that. Number one,
right. No one wants to
Wouldn't
work
give it to
that.
me though. But
Well,
my
you
bad.
fired
I
them.
would've
I mean,
got fired
fuck.
anyway.
You want to work it, you can work it, but you can't work
want
it.
to work a job,
You know?
you better not ever get sick.
Yeah.
365,
Make it
24/7.
exclusive.
bitch.
Exactly.
Hold on. Okay, so you're terminated. We got the picture, but what else
Yeah.
has happened since then? That's been
Oh, we fell behind on car payments and got our shit
yeah,
towed.
that was
They
another
were still
thing.
paying car payments
Yeah,
though.
so-
They didn't fall behind by not paying.
Yeah.
So
we're not-
here's the fucked up thing about it. So like, you know, with everything that Wes and I had going on, you know, like we fell behind in our car payments. We were trying our best, whatever. So
She was talking to the damn like finance company. Hey,
Yes.
can I make this payment? Yeah, that's totally
calling
fine.
them,
I totally fine. You
communicating.
make this
Yeah.
amount, even though your amount is this much, and
So,
they still fucking
the whole thing with the finance company that was financing our Kia, we had a Kia Soul.
we have no soul.
We have no
have no
soul
soul,
now.
I'm a ginger
No
motherfucker.
soul.
They're
So-
much like Josh. Now they're gingers. They ain't got no damn
Yeah,
soul.
no soul.
Bitch. There's no hamsters in their house because they got fucking total.
Right. So the whole thing about it is, you know, like, you know, we got behind a few payments. I get this job. It's going great. I'm getting paid well. I wasn't
Well
able
enough to be like, wow, this is a lot, but not well enough to not live.
Not well enough to make a full car payment because
Right,
obviously
right.
that's why we got our shit
I,
towed. So
I was
there's
I
that.
was making, you know,
How much
a
were you making
payment.
now? How much were you making an hour?
Oh, that's irrelevant.
I
That
was
is
making
relevant.
I was making $17 an hour.
You can't fucking live off He makes 21 an hour and couldn't afford an apartment.
Yep.
Let's air it out.
Yeah,
My
sorry.
social security number is 5555555. Take me to take it and then like bring it back to me.
But
Where I
yeah,
have, like, good
so
credit.
yeah, that happened. I
So,
mean,
and
Yeah.
that happened. Listen,
So I got our Kia repossessed while I was at work.
Not only making her feel like shit, but making Wes
Yeah.
feel like shit, even though neither one of them should have felt like shit. 'Cause they were fucking doing
emotional
something.
damage.
I made our car payment because when I finally was able to like talk to the finance company, I got our payments lowered from like 340 something to like
just keep selling all
200.
our finances here. Yeah, keep going.
Well, anyway,
Social Security
that's-
777.
not any.
5555555.
It's relevant because even
Not
though
any
you might be
specifics,
like,
yeah.
even though you might be like, this is really depressing. It's your life, bitch. It's our life
Yeah.
too. We have the same life.
And,
We're not
hey,
famous. We
and
don't make
that's-
money.
Hey, and that's why we're making this update and
Right.
that's our sob story. I mean, like we all got it.
Shout out to Blackheart.
We
Tracy
all-
Coconut.
hey,
You take my
Shit's,
butthole.
not
shit's
sponsored.
fucking happened. We lost a car. We've lost some
Not a
cats.
sponsor.
And
Jesus.
it's been really fucking hard. And
How many of you left?
life
How many
sucks.
have you lost in the past, like, what I say, 8-9 months we've lived here? Like,
Too
what?
many.
4?
5.
4.
Of the ones
I
that
don't
we
know. I'm
all
not gonna.
fucking
I'm not gonna sit here and
love.
count them
5
off.
if you count Poop Eye, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It was Poop Eye. It was
It went.
Fly Trap.
It went Poop Eye, Cheryl Flytrap, Putty Fur.
if we and listen,
and then
CC is
hey,
fucking
missing.
missing.
guys,
If you see
Oh my
CC,
God.
let us know.
can we shift to some more positive notes? And if we want to do
Yeah,
that,
because we're back, and that's the positive
and
note.
hey, I want to start by saying, if you don't know what this is a EpiPen because in the time that we've been gone, I have discovered that I'm allergic to everything.
everything.
Everything. It's garbage.
Except horses.
We'll
Horse-
edit this and we'll post a picture of Josh's back.
He is
yeah,
enough.
because I was
Everything.
gonna pull out my phone and like go up to the camera, like I know it'll be out of focus, but like I thought we should like do some training together on the video so we could all know, because like in case I have some kind of
In
like
case
episode
your friend,
eating
yourself,
fucking
your
catfish.
loved one has a fucking reaction and you need to do an EpiPen, you didn't know how to do it.
stabbing your leg. I don't know. Stabbing your jerk. I don't know.
I think
But-
it's the leg, it's the thigh.
But either
Yeah.
way, time is an illusion. But Wes,
Treat.
what are we working on? What are we going
we got a
to
Here's
couple,
the last
uh,
shot of the video.
We got a couple food challenges in the works, and
Excited.
a mini movie that I've got 50% of the script probably written.
Haven't seen
Yep.
it, but I'm excited.
Talked about it, but it's coming.
I've read it, and
happening.
it's fire.
Yeah. So we'll leave it with that, and hopefully bring it back more streaming. Try to do more of these episodes as well. Let's just stay consistent, even with life throwing us all of our fucking sob stories.
Hey, if you hear the crickets outside, like that's because we're outside. Like,
they're trying to rush us too. They know.
we're out here.
They know.
We be out here.
All right. Well, look, we'll hit you up next time. We're all excited to do it.
And not like 12 months either.
Yeah, and not hopefully like next week or something.
We're going to try to be consistent.
We're gonna try to.
That's
Fingers
for
crossed.
sure.
All right. Well, hey, keep it Trassy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.